put this together before the weekend. And obviously, you know, Paul has got a busy schedule, I've got a busy schedule running for police bar president. And then I'm going back to Albany for almost the next 3 weeks for the final end of session. But I'm happy to stand here and endorse not only a good friend, but a great community activist, and somebody that I really look forward to doing a great job as the next council member for the 19th Council District. I could probably stand here for the next day and a half telling you about all the projects that he has helped me with. I mean, first and foremost, of course, he helped me design the new R2A zoning category. He helped me design, and did design, you know, outline the entire rezoning for the 19th Council District, which I then used to persuade city planning to rezone this whole area. You can't put a, you know, like a price tag on the value of the quality of life that has been improved because of those rezonings. And this is one of the few districts in the city of New York where we have, you can't say stopped completely, but at least we have slowed down dramatically the deteriorating quality of life in terms of overdevelopment. Of course, there's always much more that needs to be done, but accomplishing that rezoning was a tremendous victory for every resident in this council district, and I couldn't have done it without him. And whenever there's a zoning issue, no matter where it is, whether it's Queens or some other borough, I call upon Paul, and he always takes time out to look at the plans, give me suggestions, and also work with the civic groups. Irrespective of him working with me, he's worked with, I think, almost every civic group in the borough. They all know him, they all like him, they all support him. He will be a great, he will be a great council member. And given the last council member, who unfortunately was elected to represent this district, and has done his very best to undermine some of the work that Paul and I did, I'm so happy to support Paul, because I know that all the things that I worked on as council member, he will continue and even go further. Not only the zoning, but the landmarking, preservation, just road construction, the issues. I mean, you name it, he's been involved in it. He knows the process, he knows city government, he knows the community. I can't think of any better person to represent this council. So I'm happy to endorse you.
Thank you, Tony.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
And you'll be a great councilor. And I will do everything I can to get you elected.
Thank you. I'll just say a couple of things. I'm really, I have to thank Tony for all of the help, and not only when he was in the council, but obviously in the state senate as well. And I look forward to him being borough president of Queens. And, you know, it's a very interesting race that's going on there, as many of you know. I'd say both of us are the good government, anti-politician caucus here. So, and we're also not what you would describe as long shots either. So I think that's very important for people to realize. There are people who are great people who really don't have a chance to get elected. I believe that not only does Tony have a chance to get elected, he's got an extremely good chance of being elected, and I believe I have a very good chance of being elected in this district. From the work that I've done and the work that Tony has done over the years. And again, you know, it's funny because people come up to me and say, wow, you and Tony are a lot alike. And it's, well, I think we have very similar goals. I think we have different styles. But that's normal, because we're different people.
Anybody who has a style like me is crazy.
But basically, I think our focus on constituent needs and services, focus on this district's interests, which are really simple. Overdevelopment is like the #1 issue, followed by education, the #2 issue, followed by quality of life issues, which is really your constituent services. Those are really the 3 big issues. There's a lot of other issues out there that are important too, but I look forward to working on them with Tony when he's borough president. There is nobody out there who will do a better job in the borough presidency than Tony. I say that in all seriousness. And that might get me that might have some people who are supporting other candidates, laugh at that. But I can't. If you speak to almost every civic leader in Queens, they will tell you that Senator Avella, soon to be Borough President Avella, is the best choice that we have and the best chance we have to change things that need to be changed here. So I'm looking forward to running with you and supporting you as well. We have about 3 months now until D-Day, and we're both going to run to the end. So, any questions? Any questions?
Do you guys plan on campaigning together, making stops, doing press
I'm sure we will. I mean, obviously, until the end of June, I'm going to be tied up in Albany, so he'll be campaigning in the district. But we'll be campaigning together in the council district. I'll obviously be around the borough. But this is a crucial election beyond who the next mayor is going to be, because the borough presidency, the council district, they're going to determine for most likely the next 8 years who's going to represent the people of Queens, and certainly in the 19th council district. And I think, I started out as a community activist. That is, Paul has started out as a community activist. That's where people should come from who run for political office. It shouldn't be people who come out of the political clubhouse just because they happen to be the next in line. Well, there shouldn't be, people who are running on a family name. Why not have people who really earned their stripes, so to speak, working in the community because they cared about the community? And I think Paul is that type of person. And again, that's how I started.
The way I describe myself is that I'm a Democrat with a small d. I didn't belong to any clubs until about a week ago, and now I am a member of the Michael's Democratic Club, which is a small independent club in College Point. I have no relationship with county. I feel, should I get elected, I will deal with whatever I need to deal with in order to get what I need for my district. But it's not going to be a automatic.
Things you're going to deal with.
Yes.
Buses coming down.
Oh yeah. This is the shortcut, guys. Not in service to get back to Main Street. So there you go. Get at it, fellas. But seriously, I believe I'm different from the other people who are running in this race. I'm the only one who's not affiliated with either has a position as a state committee person or a district leader or with a particular club, except for the Michael's Club, which is very recent. And my background in community activism is 20 full years, actually. 20 years I've been doing this. And actually effectively. And that's something, I'm running on my record.
And he has a record.
I actually have a very good record. Right. So that's the deal. And as I said, I couldn't think of anybody better to work with and run with. And I know this is a love fest, but it's the truth. It's absolutely true. I've worked with many elected officials, and many of them did the right thing, but they did it for political gain. They did it for a reason that was for an outcome that would benefit them politically. And it was great they were doing the right thing, but the math wasn't right to me. You should be doing the right thing to do the right thing. And Tony's one of the few people that I've worked with who's been like that.
Been like that, or been the opposite?
No, been someone who works.
Does the right thing.
Who does the right thing for the right reason.
As something you said to me a long time ago, which is, I'm doing the right thing and I don't care what the consequences are.
You still said it.
Right. So I'm very similar in that outlook, for sure. So, any other comments, questions?
Any advice you have for him?
I don't think I have to give him advice, because I can't tell you how many people I've spoken to over the years, and it probably goes back now 35, 40 years that I've been involved in the community, who want to run for political office, and I always tell them, get involved in the community, and they never do. It's like amazing, they never do. I don't have to give him that advice because he's already done it. And that's why I'm proud to be here endorsing him with no reservations whatsoever.
What I got, guys? Good enough?
Did you shake your hand? Did you get it?
You need a shot of it? And
Yeah.
let's make sure the hands are at the right level. Yeah, like that in those other pictures.
Yeah, the one thing he's got on me is height.